Good evening once again. This is Ronald Siburgonia for computer literacy. In the last tutorial, we need to discuss what is computer, and then what is the characteristics, what is data and information. So today, we need to discuss the parts of the computer. And then there are five parts, major parts, no? We have the monitor, the CPU, the keyboard, the printer, the mouse, and disk drive. So, what is monitor? The monitor, video device that display data or some images that can generate a computer. For example, there are two kinds of monitors are involved in the market. The first is CRT or cathode ray tube. The second is LED, light emitting diode. And third one is liquify crystal display or LCD. In before, we need to use CRT for the monitor, and then it's very guys they are using red, green, blue for that. But because of that, it affects the electricity. Inanam ka siya kamahal. They're using of CRT. But later on, they're using LCD or LED for monitor purposes. It's minimize electricity. And one for that, for the monitor, is the screen. We could it use as DLP, right? Or digital light projector for that. It's very advantage. Hayag-hayag na sa screen. They're using white screen. Next is CPU. CPU is the brain of the computer. For example, of what the computer commands, and then it performs and executes software commands. Next is keyboard, which is an input device that where you can type words or press buttons for a certain process or command. For example, you type in a Microsoft Word and other example is they're using a shortcut keys for any applications that they open on the computer. For example, all programs. Alt F4 for close. How about Control C? Copy for any purposes. They're using keyboard as well. Numbers class are using keyboard as well. Numeric keypads, right? In the next tutorial, we need to teach how to use keyboard in order to you to practice their home keys and other skills on typing. Next is mouse. The pointing device that help a user navigate through a graphical computer interface. Later on, there are some computers they have no operating system before, and then they using DOS, this operating system, because it start with a disk in order to boot up the computer. Then that's why many users they're using some commands in order to familiarize with. But later on, they're using GUI. Consists of desktop icons that can be clicked, and some other commands in the computer will perform. There are two kinds of mouse that you need to consider. One is optical mouse and mouse with trackball. The first one, the old one is very disadvantaged, right? It consists of trackball where you can move the mouse not freely. Not freely. That's the advantage. But my teacher say, explain how to fix the trackball mouse. Eventually, they're using alcohol to clean the dirt on the mouse and then the ball itself. While while now they're using optical mouse, but ang gubana is diferensya na is the how many click or the wire itself. If there is malfunctional on it, then disk drive. They're using drives like optica for CD, like optical drive for CD-ROM. We have here floppy disk for floppy disk, floppy drive for floppy disk as well. I mean, and some disk drives like USB for flash drives. Oh, but one question thing, or many people say, oh, why is it flash drive, not USB? We will explain for the special tutorial for that. Why is it that called flash drive and not USB? I will post it on the comments below. We will comments below on the fan page, and then you explain, and also my account also. And then that's it for the different parts of the computer. Next tutorial I will teach you how to use home keys, then different parts of this. So we need to understand. I have two kinds of keyboard as well. Pero mas maayo kung dili siya pahak sa keyboard. No? At least I'm familiarized on this. Okay, when I using this one, hinay ko mo type sa una, and then I will teach you how to type like that. Then follow with the history of computers. And then, but before that, the first part of the keyboarding skills is how to home keys and numeric keypads using the right hand, the right hand, like this. And then for those who are view at this tutorial, you need to practice at home if there is a computer and internet shops out there, in order to guide this tutorial. And I hope you have na may nakatunan sa atong tutorial karon, and see you on the next tutorial, and good night. God bless.